Hello, Clicking Cat here. So I've tried to record this about 3 times. Each time something happens to the camera. I don't know what, and it's kind of annoying. Anyway, as you see, look, I got a new hat. It has Miku on it. Got it from my friend for my birthday. And try to fit it into this outfit because black and black outline. And hey, it matches. I should be a fashion designer. I should not be a fashion designer. Never, never. It's kind of hot in here. Should probably turn on my air conditioning. There we go. Now the cold will come in. So anyway, in this video, I wanted to talk about us, and by us I mean teenagers, I guess, but older I don't know. Us reacting to kids reacting to older technology. And in case you don't know what I'm talking about, it's the Fine Brothers. Kids react to like all the old technology, and you know they show them a computer, a Walkman, a Game Boy, and a few other things. I don't know if they showed them a telephone. They showed them an old telephone, like a rotary phone. And so, you know, when you watch it, you know, you laugh. You're like, oh, look, the kids don't know what these old things are. Because, note, everyone on the show is less than 13 years old. So, you know, obviously, they either, A, have never seen it, because they haven't had, because they probably, I shouldn't even say A, like, they probably just never seen it, because they're too young to have known. But people still kind of get mad at them for not knowing, and that kind of confuses me. Because you, obviously, like, also this, I know what a VHS is, because when I was young, that was still a thing. You know, I still got VHS. I have like 5 now, because those are the only ones I got, and then I have just a ton of CDs. I have like Lady and the Tramp and the Aristocats and like Robin Hood on like a VHS. So I know what it is. I've seen it before. But, you know, they don't really make those anymore. So it doesn't really make sense to, you know, for a kid right now to know what a VHS is. You could, of course, educate them and tell them, hey, look, we used to use this. Like, a ton of people know what a record is. Because, you know, it's still kind of, I guess it's still kind of cool in a sense. And people still have them, so it's still a thing. But it would make sense if somebody, you know, just didn't tell their kid, and you know, so they just never know. So, to be fair to these kids, they haven't really experienced it like, you know, other people have. So I don't understand why people get angry for them not knowing. I mean, yes, it could be, you know, it's the same as, you know, trying to tell somebody about a favorite show or a favorite book and they have no idea what it is and you can't believe that they never heard of it, at least, you know. So I get the fact where people could be like, oh man, how could they not know? But people get like really, really intense about it. Like, to a point where it really, really confuses me. Why would you get angry over a kid for not knowing, you know, what a Game Boy is? Like, yes, they haven't played with it, you know, and yes, obviously they'd rather have the newer technology. People get angry that's like, oh man, they rather play with their iPhone and their apps than play a Game Boy. Well, yeah, because, you know, everybody thought that, you know, the Game Boy was like the best thing ever. So, you know, it doesn't make sense. Like, the kids now think the iPhone's the best thing ever because that's the newest thing and the greatest thing to them. And, you know, the Game Boy may not be what their ideal thing of entertainment is. Although that does not mean that it's not okay for you to enjoy it, because some 6-year-old says I'd rather have play with an iPhone and play all the apps. But yeah, that just confuses me slightly. But there is a kid, and I don't remember his name, so I can't really give him credit. But the one kid that like knew what the Game Boy was, and you know, understood that like, hey, if we didn't have this, then we wouldn't have everything we had now. Everybody, of course, applauds him because, like, okay, well, he understands it. But that's just because he's the one kid that probably just knew a lot about it. And kid, if you're watching this, congratulations, you knew what a Game Boy was. It is the parent of a wide variety of handheld entertainment devices. Good for you. So, yeah, I just don't understand why people get so caught up and angry about it, because, you know, it's just not this generation's, you know, the kids just don't know. So, you know, just don't get angry at the kids and kids react because they don't know old technology, you know. It's not worth getting angry over. But that doesn't mean that, you know, anybody who doesn't know, you know, don't kill me if I, you know, don't know something like, oh man, you haven't never, like, they do the same thing with games and, like, shows. Like, you've never watched this, where did your childhood go? And I'm like, well, my childhood went in this direction. Yours went in this one. We obviously went two different paths here. But that's something completely different, and I feel like should be something else about childhood things. But it kind of goes the same way, where it's like, you know, well, we were not the same person, not everybody had the same childhood. And, you know, generation has generations have different childhoods. So, you know, the new one is forming with iPhones and stuff. And that is where I'm going to rest my case and stop talking, because I don't know how long this is and how boring this is. So yeah, that is all for today. Oh gosh, that's my ending for my Tumblr thing. I can't even say everything. I'm always go to end it like my Tumblr thing. I don't know, maybe that is a good ending. That is all for today. Until the next video. Until I get a new ending. I don't know how to end these videos. I need to, like, that's something I need to improve on. Ending. Yeah. Alright. That is all. Goodbye.